It is a great day to be alive, and I am so thankful for God, Jesus Christ, who lives in us. Today's video is titled, SpaceX Marks the Spot. What actually happened on August 27th, 2025 as it relates to XRP? Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I'm sharing is financial advice. I'm simply sharing dreams, visions, and interpretations that I feel God has given me as it relates to crypto. Now, let's get into the video. So here are our list of dates that I have shared in previous videos. And as highlighted here in the red rectangle, we're looking at August the 27th. And what I was looking to hear was major news about XRP. If you can recall from these two videos that I shared a couple of weeks ago, I talked about this XRP dream and how that in this dream I saw XRP at the price of 70 cents, $7, and $75. Also noting that I mentioned that I feel that a crash caused XRP to drop down to that 70 cents, and then we will see that $7 and then soon $75. I shared 3 reasons why I thought that this dream was about XRP, and one of those reasons is why August 27th was a date I was looking out for. My sister in that dream, her birthday is August 27th, so that was one reason. The second reason had to do with a date derived, and that date was April 30th, and on April 30th, there was big news that came out about XRP ETF as it relates to ProShare Trust, which caused me to lean more towards the fact that if we see a $7 up to $75 price range for XRP, it would have to do with a spot ETF approved, followed by other regulations. And then reason number 3 had to do with August 12th date itself. August 12th date was important because IBM first PC was put out on August 12th, 1981, which was the same year that my sister was born, August 27th, 1981. So that was a connection there. But getting back to August 12th and IBM, I shared that the third reason why I thought this was about XRP is because this August 12th date, 2025, caused me to go back and look at August 12th, 2024. And after putting all the components together based on a previous dream that I called the combo dream, using the colors and corresponding numbers, I derived the date of August 7th, 2025. Well, August 7th, 2025 has to do with XRP because that is when the XRP case was officially over, officially done. So from this, I gather that yes, this dream is about XRP. And as we get into looking at what actually happened on August 27th, 2025, I want to take a look at what I call the XRP key. This is something that I have been sharing for a while. And this XRP has indicators. XRP is equal to the 2 blue eggs. That is relating to the 2 blue moon scenarios. And the numbers that correspond with the color blue is 40. XRP equals the Julian calendar. XRP equals the blue moon. XRP equals November 4th. And XRP is equal to Elon and logos that are connected to him that resembles the Reebok logo. And as you see here, SpaceX, Starlink, they both favor the Reebok logo. That is another dream that I had a while back. My very first dream that over time God showed me the connection to SpaceX, to Elon, and then soon after XRP. Upcoming Ripple event, Swell event in New York. It is happening when? November the 4th through the 5th. So for me, that's confirmation that this indicator of November 4th does follow XRP. Getting down to the logos, SpaceX, Reebok, Starlink, similarities. SpaceX has also followed XRP. Here I have the video where I shared this on June the 2nd, 2024. I had my XRP dream where God showed me that XRP was getting ready to take off in a short period of time. I saw a rocket ship getting back on track, almost like a GPS coordinate. And I saw the rocket ship align itself as if it was getting ready to take off. So June 5th, I heard about the Boeing Starliner. The Boeing Starliner took off on June the 5th, which was 3 days after I had my dream. So the start of XRP aligning, getting back on track, getting ready to take off, lined up with the timing of Boeing Starliner takeoff. On August 7th, there was a hiccup. These 2 astronauts, news came out that they may have to return on a different spacecraft other than Starliner. Well, there was also a hiccup with XRP. August the 7th, the XRP's case was over, but it was said that the SEC was likely to appeal. On March 18th, 2025, those two astronauts returned home on the SpaceX Dragon. Again, SpaceX is connected to XRP. That was March the 18th, they returned. And on March the 19th, the XRP case was announced that it was over. So this brings us to SpaceX Marks the Spot, what actually happened on August 27th, 2025. I saw an article that read, SpaceX successfully completed 10th Starship test mission. I want to note that this launch took place on August the 26th. However, where it landed, it was already August the 27th. Where did it land? Well, the mission took 1 hour and 6 minutes, and afterwards it ended its test flight on August the 27th in the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. Okay, so SpaceX landed in the Indian Ocean. A little bit about the Indian Ocean for those like me who didn't know. So because of India's location to the ocean is named after it. The coastline of India is located in the heart of the Indian Ocean, therefore making it a vital hub for maritime trade. So we're looking at India trade being a vital hub. And this takes us to the topic of trade war news. 50% tariffs occurred on August the 27th against India because of its connection with Russia, buying Russia oil. Again, this 50% tariff was put in place on August the 27th because of India's relationship buying oil from Russia. Now getting back to the XRP IBM video and the dream where the August 27th date was pulled from. If you can recall, the August 12th date connected the XRP IBM date with the Baltimore, Ohio dream as it related to Putin, World War II, the coming market crash. So this was the first connection between these two dreams. XRP connecting to Russia and Putin. Where here we are again, seeing XRP connecting to Putin and Russia as it relates to SpaceX. SpaceX marks the spot, marking the spot where it landed in India on August the 27th, the same day that India was hit with the 50% tariffs because of their relation and connection with Russia, because they were buying oil from Russia. So this XRP indicator, SpaceX, has led me to focus my attention now to what's happening between India and Russia and the U.S. as it relates to these tariffs and the U.S. disapproval of India receiving oil from Russia or buying oil from Russia. And right now there's so much uncertainty that is centered around Russia, Putin, the Ukraine war. What's going to happen? Is there going to be a ceasefire? This brings us back full circle to what's going on with Putin and everything that I've shared so far about this possible World War III that's coming. Putin being the reason for the markets to crash. November 28th date. That is a date that I have derived looking to hear news as it relates to Russia, Ukraine, and a possible World War III. But before we get to November 28th, September 15th is the next date that is coming up. I'm looking to see the S&P 500 hit 667, followed by some type of crash. I'm also looking to hear news similar to the dot-com bubble. In my opinion, I think it has something to do with AI. If you have not seen, I shared in a recent video how God has directed my attention to something about the Lehman Brothers and the connection to the dot-com bubble. If you have not seen that video yet, this is that video. Also thinking about AI, I'm also connecting IBM, which takes us back to XRP. IBM is an AI stock. So it seems as if God is really tying all of these dreams together and everything is kind of coming to a head. But we just have to continue to watch as well as pray. And if God gives me anything else, I will definitely be back with another video. That is all that I have for this one. Until the next one, God bless.